my God, I could never wear that much makeup. Oh my God, you're wearing makeup. Ah. Hey Misfits, Tony Craft here. I want to do a makeup tutorial for normal people. For maybe people who have never worn makeup or who last time they wore it was at their wedding, at prom, something like that, okay? Everything I'm going to show you, this full face, fits in this little bowl, okay? And everything but one thing is from CVS. It's all from a drugstore. So there's only one cheat item in here. I love this cheat item, and so you'll hear about it when we get to it, okay? But I know I feel your pain that you have never done this before and that you try to watch these other YouTube videos and you're like, oh my God, I could never wear that much makeup in my life. So I'm going to show you my actual day-to-day routine. This is the routine. I wake up in the morning, I wash my face, I put this on, and I'm ready for the day, okay? And I think it's really easy. I really don't use any brushes. I'm using my hands for everything. I'm not talking about anything complicated or brush sizes or anything like that. In fact, the only brush I'm using today is this big fat one, but everything else I'm using my hands. So I'm gonna wash my face and let's get started. Okay, so I just washed my face. You can see no eyebrows, no lips, no nothing. So the first thing I do is a BB cream. A BB cream is basically the new version of a tinted moisturizer. It's supposed to be good for your skin. I've been using this one for years and years and years. I love it. Squeeze a dime size blob of that and rub it in. Make sure you get your neck. And if you get too much on your hands, you can go ahead and go, you know, all over the place with it. The nice thing about BB cream is right away it kind of color corrects you. So if you really didn't want to use a foundation or something like that, let's say you're going to work out, but you don't want to look like a Yeti, you can throw on some BB cream. If you're patient, you can let your BB cream set in. I don't usually bother. So the foundation, the drugstore foundation that I've been really into lately, I actually love this foundation, is Revlon Photo Ready Insta Filter. For a while I was trying all these anti-aging ones because I'm pushing 40, but you know, I tried this and I like this one so much better. So the deal is, you gotta shake it. This is one of those ones that has the spongy dude on it for blending. I don't use it. I'll show you what I do. So you just turn the dial, and I get probably like a half of a dime size, like a little bigger than a pea size. And what I do is I take the blob and put it on my hand, right? But then I take this, which still has some stuff kind of left over, and I go into the spots that I know I need extra coverage. I get super red around here. I have some darkness above my lip and my bags. So that's what I do. I just go around there to make sure I get all that extra product off the sponge. We're not letting it dry up and get crusty in there. Okay, and that's as much blending as you're gonna see me do. Then I take what's in my hand and I just go like this. And I apply that just like lotion. So you can put it on your eyelids, on your neck, just put it all over the place, just like your lotion. And honestly, I have been doing my foundation this way for most of my life. I think it gives you the most natural look. Specifically with this foundation, using my hands, I mean, you cannot tell that I'm wearing foundation, but it has really good coverage. Okay, so that's your step one, right? Here's your base. Simple, simple, simple. All you did was basically apply lotion and apply foundation like a lotion on top of it, okay? So step one, easy peasy. You've been color corrected for the most part. If you have more that you would like to cover up or change, you can now go on to a concealer. You do not have to. If this is like your first time ever doing makeup, don't worry about it, okay? This is plenty. You're already gonna feel like your skin looks smoother and more even toned. Okay, now I have a mirror set up. Everything before that I did without a mirror. That's how easy it was, okay? So I am going to use a little bit of concealer. Now this one is a Revlon Photo Ready. Was my other one Revlon? It was. So I'm digging whatever Revlon's doing right now. It's basically a stick concealer. You just pop it up. You can pop it back down, which is nice. And I just find this incredibly blendable and super easy to use, okay? So watch. I'm just going to make a bit of a triangle under each eye, okay? Just like that. I'm gonna go around my nose, where most people get redness. I'm gonna do a mustache, because I have darkness above my lip. Same right there. I'm gonna do a little bit on the chin, and I'm gonna do a swipe down the nose. Easy. You wanna use concealer on things that you want to hide. You're concealing things, right? So then to blend, again, I'm just gonna use my hands. I like to pat for the most part. So I'm patting. I'm gonna go into that inner eye a little bit. I like to bring some up under my eyebrow a little bit, just for a little bit of a highlight. I'm patting just like you put on your eye cream. Not a big thing here. I'm gonna just spread this around a little bit between the eyebrows. Bring it down in a straight line. And go around my redness. And I'm basically just blending this in. No tools, no nothing. Just blending it in for like a supernatural look. Okay, and then at this point, if you're digging your concealer, you can give yourself one more look over, right? I could probably use a little bit more under my eyes. So I'm gonna go direct to there. Just gonna pat that in a little bit. At this point, I like to just really lightly rub to make sure that the different areas are blended so you're not seeing any makeup. Okay, done. Concealer is done. Now you get to decide what it is that you want to highlight on your face. I'm gonna start with my eyebrows. So eyebrows are a really easy thing to up your face game with, really simply. If you don't wear any makeup at all, my suggestion is to go to the drugstore and get an eyebrow mascara. This is so simple, okay? It looks like, it's totally like a mascara thing, okay? Easy peasy. And all you're doing is brushing your current hair as it exists. You're just brushing it with your little brush. So if you're very blonde, you can go with like an ash brown, ash blonde color, which will not come out too red on you. And you're basically just darkening up individual hairs. So you're not filling in some crazy block, you know, you're not doing Instagram eyebrows. You're just literally just coloring individual hairs and letting them stay in place. That's it. So huge recommendation. That a million brands make them. This one's NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. They're all the same to me. I don't know. And then if you want to go farther than that, you can do a couple things. They make eyebrow pens. They make felt tips, crayon tips. They have powders and waxes and all kinds of stuff. But if you've never done it before, start with this. If you're interested in filling in, you kind of have to play around to find what your shtick is. The easiest product I had in my makeup bag was a stick. It's a simple angled pencil, a soft pencil, and a spoolie, which is what you use to brush up and down, brush little hairs. For the simplest eyebrows, if you're not just using the mascara and you want to just simply a little bit color in your eyebrows, we're not talking anything big here. You're not gonna look crazy, just a little bit, okay? So this is a close to natural color for me. This is an ashy brown. So all you're gonna do is follow your natural brow line, okay? My brows, I've really kept them the same pretty much all my life. Occasionally I'll go a little thinner in here, but not anything crazy. So you're gonna take your pencil and you're just gonna bring a line out. Follow your natural line, okay? Top, follow your natural line. We're just adding a line there. I'm gonna throw just a few tiny little lines down here to blend in. Okay, that was pretty simple, right? I'm gonna use my spoolie, which is this little brushy thing, and I'm going to brush down. Of course, my spoolie's leaving marks on me. I'm gonna brush down, and then I'm gonna brush up. And the brushing itself blends the color. I didn't really do any shaping or anything. All I did was color in my natural brow. And you can tell that it looks, you know, a lot cleaner, a lot nicer than this brow where there's patches and that kind of thing. So you can play around with this. I like to go back in one more time to make my ends a little bit darker. And that's it. Easy peasy, right? And then I just add my brow mascara. So let's fill in the other one first. Just a line underneath. And I'm gonna go up and over. I'm just following the hair. Following the hair and filling in a tiny bit where I know that I need help. Gonna put a couple lines to blend. Take my spoolie. I'm gonna brush down, and I'm gonna brush up. Okay. I'm gonna go back in one more time and just darken up this tail like I did on the other one. Okay. Two natural looking brows that followed my own brow line. Okay, now I'm gonna use my brow mascara, which is a cheapo tinted brow mascara. I've been using it forever, probably need to buy a new one. And all I'm gonna do is just brush it. I'm just brushing, 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 brushing. Just showing those individual hairs and kind of putting hairspray in them, right? So that they don't move. Okay, so now I have two darkened brows, pretty simple. And now I'm gonna use my one cheat. So my one cheat that's not from the drugstore is a Stila highlighter. Okay, so this is called Heaven's Hue Highlighter in Kitten. And it's sort of a nice pink-ish. It took me a while to get used to using a highlighter. I wasn't really into it at first, and I kind of felt like I wasted $38 or however much this cost. But now I can't live without it. So I use a big fat brush, and this doubles, let me just say this. The reason I love this stuff, this doubles as my blush, my highlighter, my eyeshadow. I mean, it really, you can kind of use it all over. So I take a big fat brush. I think this is called a kabuki brush or something. I'm not big on brushes. So I just pat, 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 right? Give it a blow. I'm gonna go with my cheeks first. I like to pat and then swirl it. Just make sure I got the product on there. Pat. Swirl it on my apples. Okay, and I'm sure you can already see that there's some color there, right? It's almost like just a healthy glow. Okay, So then I use my finger, easy peasy, right? I'm just gonna get some on my finger, and I'm gonna do a little bit on my eyelid. Again, it's really just like a healthy glow. Other eyelid. I'm gonna put a little bit on my upper lip, a little bit down here, and one swipe on the nose. Okay, voila, easy peasy. Okay, so that's my only cheat. If you can find something that does all those things for you, I say go for it. This has really cut down my routine in the morning for everyday makeup. It's been huge for me. I actually don't use a drugstore mascara, but I did have this waterproof one from a vacation, so I'm gonna use this. I do like sort of fancier mascara. I just think they're worth it. I actually use two mascaras. One is an IT Cosmetics Growth Serum Mascara, so I put that on first, and then I use the Better Than Sex mascara on top of that, and it's like crazy lashes. But just to stick to the theme, drugstore makeup, you can find, you know, fine mascaras. I will say that if mascara is bothering your eyes, if your eyes tend to water, get a new mascara. It's probably because it's too old. That actually happens to me a lot. Okay, so with mascara, you're just gonna rub, 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 okay? You're gonna take it, you're gonna open your eye, and you're just gonna go to the base and brush it up. It's like you're brushing your hair, but on your eyebrows, okay? You're just gonna go around all the different ones, okay? And I like to let a coat sit for a minute. So I'm gonna go to the other. Okay, and you want to get as close to your lash line as you can without stabbing yourself in the eye. Okay, let that dry a little bit. Then I'm gonna do my bottom lashes. Some people don't like doing their bottom lashes, that's fine. But I just do them pretty simply. Okay, I'm gonna go back, do a second coat. Now if you want, of course, you can get crazy with this. You can curl your eyelashes. You can do all kinds of stuff, but this is just a simple, everyday makeup. Okay, so that's that, okay? And then to finish off the most simple look, all I do is I'm using Burt's Bees Lip Shimmer Chapstick. So I just pat it. Again, I'm a big patter, I guess. And just get it. Blend it in. And that's it. So I feel like I look healthier. I'm more, I don't know, prepared to go out into the world. I look younger when I do this amount of makeup. And I feel way more confident. So I really hope you enjoy this, and this one goes out to all the people who don't wear makeup and who want to try. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed this look. Please don't mind my hair, which is just pinned back. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you will subscribe and click the bell for notifications, and like this video, and leave me a comment if you have any questions or any comments. I would love to hear from you. All right, thanks so much.